Hello, this is Marina. This is the second part of the Edge 26 foot. Okay, on here we got also a set of dual 1101 Scotty Electric Auto downriggers, lifetime guaranteed. Here's your downrigger pads right here into this stout rail. We got 4 flush mount Scotties, one here, one to the starboard, one to the port. And we have a large 2-section fish box here with drains, one here and one over here, running 2 G5 bumpers. And these are the caps for this, and then the cap for your crab davit again, which you can pull off and take off and cap it. Now again, if you look inside this deck area right here, this is all rhino lined. Floor, sides, bottom layer, below the tray. So again, no wood. You don't have to worry about that marine plywood ending up, dropping a knife, putting a scratch into it. Real durable. And if you look at this, you've got a nice big wide walkway here with some welded on cleats. And up here's your rear deck light again, and then your radar pads up there. Now what we did here too, we have that front wash down high pressure as well, but we've got 2 wash downs here. We have one here with the switch, we have another one over here. Now what we did do is we added that 31 group battery, because the time you run a stereo system, which I'll show you later, your high output high def radar, your electronics, your D3 diesel S-bar, it takes a lot of juice. So we had to upgrade to a 31 group sitting over here to the side. And here was another nice thing they did here. We got dual batteries. One here, 27 group. And these are Optimaxes, so they take injection oil. So here's your 2 bottles here we put in these trays. And you got 2 inline water separators. And all your relays and your bus bars are up front. Then, another nice feature on this boat, nobody else does, is right down in here is your drain plug, dead center, because the back of the offshore bracket goes up, the bottom of the boat goes like this. So now with this style here, that goes in here like this, you get almost all the water out, where the other boats will pool up on you and they won't go out because the bun's up higher. And then you've got 2 auto bilge pumps sitting in here as well. And then right under here, you got your fish box that actually drains on the outside. And again, there's no marine vinyl over the top of this, so you don't have to worry about it ripping. Now, right here we got like what you call a 10-inch lip, and we did that to get the depth of the cutty. So now all your mess is back here. You don't have to worry about it coming up into your cabin area right here. And say, which would probably never happen, but say you took a wave over, it's going to keep the water here instead of up into here. And again, we have speakers back here for the stereo. We got one here, and then I'll show you the other ones up front. Now here's the inside, and this is what they call the Garmin 4212. We'll just go to charts. A real nice unit. He also has got XM radio, which is right here. His Fusion stereo is over here with the shut-off switch to shut the amp off to help keep the draw. Like say if you're drifting, you won't have to worry about running your battery down if I could shut that amp off. Same thing here if you shut your radar off. And then this again has everything that combinations. You can go to this right here. Now you've got your radar, depth finder, GPS, and then your data bars right up in here. Now as well, these got the SmartCraft gauges. Gives you the gallon burn on it, fuel, water flow, water temp. I mean, they do it all. And this is what kind of neat with this system here. With Garmin now, you can go off of the NEMA 2000 wires, and then you can actually go into the information and go to engines, and there you go. Look at that. Now, plus having these gauges right here in your fuel gauge, I've got it. I can write on my main display right here. You got oil pressures for both motors, here, You got water temp, you've got tack for each one, you got your flow right here, your odometer, you got your trim gauges and bolts. So that's a pretty cool thing that like Lowrance will do it, Garmin does it. And then again, these gauges are really high tech. They got the SmartCraft tow mode, up to 1,000 RPM change. And then he's got the good standard horizon, which is DCS AIS capability, which that means that will run off of your GPS. So if I go into this, your latitude and longitude is going to show up on your DSC here. And it will also have automatic identification tracking on vessels coming, and it will go on that as well. And then this switch over here is windlass, and that's what runs your anchor system up front. Hit that button, down goes your anchor. You want it up, you just push the rocker, your anchor comes up. So between this and this, you got all the gauges you need. And then if you look at this is your dual binnacle control box. Okay, this runs both motors at one time. You run over here. Here's it for the port starboard if you want to raise one up and one down. And this boat will plane on one motor. I think it was about 28 miles an hour, 25 to 28. And these are your trim tabs. And again, all this stuff in here is Rhino line, everything. No carpet. Now back in here, what we did is we made a hiding hole right down in here. So hey, you want to hide something, just put it right in here. And we got one on this side, and then on the other side, what we did is where we put the heater system. And these got the bolsters in our NR2 bolster seating, which they're like a nitrous filled. And this boat doesn't need the Mariner suspension seats that you see in a lot of these other boats. They need them because if you don't have that 20 by 65 degree hole, it's going to hit hard. This boat here, you can take out, run 45 miles an hour in the same conditions I could take any other one out there, and I'd be probably down to about 20. So again, these go up. You can actually sit and look out. Another nice thing on the edge, we custom did this full down top. So if you ever want to take this thing will actually lay down. And as you can see back up in here, we got a dome light and actually these strut bars right here. Got another one sitting here. So pulling down the highway is not an issue on this boat. And if you look, you've got excellent visibility all the way around. And this box I had specially designed. I was thinking how I can mount this display. And since we went to just a 3-piece window up here with not a walkthrough, since this is a cuddy, I designed this box for Ruben and Eric. So I can put a 12-inch screen in here. Real nice and sanitary. It will not move, it's not going to jiggle. This is an excellent unit. And of course your dual key switches. And here's your amp. And then here's your one of your heater vents right here. Got another heater vent right here. Got a speaker here. Got another speaker on the other side. And going back to the construction of the top itself. If you look at the beefiness of this right here, and you got holes to string other wires coming from that top, like if you want to add lights. Okay, everybody else, they'll run like tubing, like 1-inch diameter tubing. What this thickness does to the whole boat is help strengthen it, pulls the boat tight. So that's what gives you that quieter ride. And I can't emphasize enough how quiet and smooth, and a lot of this has to do with this cuddy and how we raise this deck up 10 inches high. And there's, like I say, 2 reasons why we did that. One, keep your mess back there. Other thing, to get this up to make that cuddy deeper. Plus, down under here, we've got underneath this in here, there's your 30-gallon fresh holding tank, plus you got your 80-gallon fuel cell. You can go 110 if you like, which, matter of fact, I think that we did on this boat. I just added extra fuel. And then what we have here, if you notice on this, say I want to put up a table. All I have to do is flip this around, put that table right up here. I've got my table. Now I don't want my table. I take the tabletop off, flip it over, and there we go. And then this right here, we attach to the downrigger back there, and that is what we call our crab table. So when we're pulling up crab pots, you can actually just put them right up on top of there, dish out what you want, put your crabs in the back boxes, and you're done. Pop, put it in there, take your crab down, pop it in there, you're done. So it's pretty neat boat. Now, again, when we raised the floor, we had to figure out a way to get in. So we dropped this down like almost 10 to 12 inches to get a step down in here, and then we put these nice heavy duty doors on here. Now, this is deep. There's very few, I'm 6 foot. There's very few boats that could put a 6'2" person. I could sit 2 people this way in here really easy. And if you look, we had all this inside on the side, we had all that vinyl, and we also put incandescent lighting up underneath, and then we also got lighting up at top in the very back, if you can see that. And then right in that inspection cap towards the front, that is where your anchor chain and rope goes. So if you ever have to untangle it, you can get in there. But again, look at the width and the depth of this. I mean, this is amazing. And here, right in here's your bus bars, more bus bars, and this right here, that's your heater control for the diesel heater. Got a speaker there, speaker over there, and we had everything carpeted in here. Headliner, sides, and again, that's what makes this so quiet. And then on these are actually permanently fit in, these and these, because there's no reason for us to take them out. Very nice boat. And it shuts up nice and tight. And then you have a huge glove box here, nice and deep. Also what we did is actually on this boat, it's a 26 footer, he initially wanted to go to a 23, and I said, it really can't be done. You have to go to the 26 to get everything that you wanted. So that's why we went to a 26. And again, it is an 8 foot bottom, 104 beam. So that's about all I can really tell you about this boat. Again, you won't see another one on the market. He does have the only one. He is from Keno, Oregon. He has Keno tractors. And I want a big thank you to Edge Marine for helping us design this boat, because I think it came out excellent. The ride is just one of a kind.